Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive. We've got a really, I think, interesting one today.
Yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, today we're diving into some quotes about life lessons.
Okay.
Wisdom,
Yeah.
Some from philosophers, some from entrepreneurs.
Interesting mix.
Yeah, like we've got Lao Tzu and Steve Jobs and even a supermodel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so quite a diverse
Lineup
of voices, and I think it'll be interesting to see what we can...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see what kind of nuggets of wisdom we can extract from all these different...
Perspectives.
Yeah, perspectives. See if they can help us live a little more fully, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a little more intentionally, I think, would be another way to put it.
Yeah, a little more intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so first up, we're going to dive into this quote that's all about the power of now.
Oh, okay.
And this is from Amanda Rose. She said, "Don't force anything. Whatever flows, flows. What crashes, crashes."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something I find so freeing about that quote, but also, I don't know.
A little terrifying, maybe?
Yeah, a little terrifying. Like, what if everything just crashes?
Right. It's like there's this beautiful kind of paradox to it, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's this sense of liberation when you accept what is, but then also that fear, like, what if we actually let go of control?
Totally.
We're kind of conditioned to strive, to like push, to force things to happen.
Yeah.
But what if sometimes, like, the most powerful thing you can do is just surrender?
Okay, yeah, I get that, but I don't know, I'm going to push back a little here.
Yeah.
Because there are times when I think we need to fight for things that we want.
Absolutely.
Right. So
Yeah.
how do we know when to persist and when to just surrender?
That's the question, right? Like, that's what everybody wants to know. It's all
Yeah.
about discernment.
Right.
Right. Knowing when to push against the current and when to ride the waves.
Right.
But maybe what Amanda Rose is suggesting is like, let's question our need
Mm-hmm.
to force things in the first place. What if we came at things with like a little less rigidity, a little more openness to what is?
That's interesting. Makes me think about that Maya Angelou quote.
Yeah. What was that one?
She said, "Life goes on even when things are tough."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's not, I don't think it's that like life ignores the pain.
Right.
It's just that it keeps moving forward.
Yeah. Carries you with it.
Yeah, it carries us along, ready or not,
Right, exactly. And I think, that speaks to the resilience, like this incredible resilience of like the human spirit, but also this constant state of flux. Like life is change.
Yeah.
So if things are constantly changing, maybe the key is to like learn to adapt, evolve with it, rather than clinging to what was or what we think it should be.
Totally. And how do we learn to adapt? I think it's by questioning.
Yeah.
By staying curious.
Yeah.
Just like Einstein said,
Mm-hmm.
the important thing is to not stop questioning,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the engine for growth.
Totally. Yeah. Curiosity keeps us engaged, open to new perspectives, and prevents us from like getting stagnant.
Yeah, totally. And, being open to those new perspectives can really challenge how we view ourselves
Absolutely.
internally and how we think other people see us,
Right.
which I think is a perfect segue to this next quote that's all about validation.
Okay.
And this is from Lao Tzu, and he had a pretty strong opinion on this.
Oh, yeah.
He said, care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner.
Whoa.
Right.
That's a statement.
So are we all destined to be prisoners of perception?
It's provocative, right? But I don't think he's saying we should just like
Yeah.
completely disregard what other people think.
Right.
But rather that our sense of self shouldn't be like contingent on external validation.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise we become like slaves to,
Right.
the ever-changing whims of like societal expectations and stuff.
That's true. But, okay, hold on. I'm also thinking about that Christopher McCandless quote.
Yeah.
The one where he's like, when you want something in life, you just got to reach out and grab it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that sounds like going after what you want, regardless of what people think. So
right.
how do we reconcile those two seemingly...
Opposing ideas.
Yeah, I think it goes back to like motivation.
Okay.
Are we reaching for something because it like truly resonates with who we are?
Yeah.
Or are we chasing it for external approval?
Mm-hmm.
One's about self-discovery. The other's often about like seeking validation.
That's a really good distinction, I think.
Yeah.
And sometimes that journey of self-discovery, it involves, being vulnerable enough to share our stories.
Absolutely.
Even the messy parts.
The hard parts, yeah.
Yeah, and this is something that Sophie Gregoire Trudeau said. She said, when you share your story, the ripple effect is a life lesson. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
Like, how one person's willingness to just be open and honest can profoundly impact other people.
Yeah.
When we share our struggles, our triumphs, our vulnerabilities, it creates this space for connection, empathy, It
reminds us we're not alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like we're breaking down these walls of isolation that we so often build around ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Which makes me think, what if we all just committed to sharing just one authentic story, one vulnerable moment,
Absolutely.
Imagine the impact that could have.
It'd be huge.
Yeah, it'd be huge. And remember, it's never too late to start sharing those stories.
Totally.
To reinvent yourself, to embrace a new chapter.
Right.
This is something that Mark Russell Scarione said.
Okay.
He said, it's never too late to reinvent yourself.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. And it makes me think about Steve Jobs.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about building things that other people can use. I think that's what's so powerful about reinvention. It's not just about us.
Yeah.
It's about the impact that we can have on the world.
Absolutely. It's about leaving something behind,
Yeah.
Legacy of creation, contribution.
Yeah.
I think it speaks to the idea that we all have something unique to offer and that our contributions, no matter how big or small, can ripple outwards and impact other people's lives.
It's true. Wow. So many incredible insights.
Yeah, there really were.
Packed into these really short snippets of wisdom, He talked about letting go of control, embracing resilience, continuous learning, finding validation within, the power of sharing our stories.
Absolutely.
And the endless possibilities for reinvention. It's really, I don't know, it's inspiring.
It is. It makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. And it all circles back, I think, to this really beautiful quote by Orison Swett Martin. He said, "The universe is one great kindergarten for man. Everything that exists has brought with it its own peculiar lesson."
That is beautiful.
It is, right. So I guess the question for all of us listening is, what lessons are you learning in your own kindergarten of life?
Right. What wisdom are you gathering right now?
Yeah. And how are you using it to
shape your journey?
Yeah, shape your journey. I think that's a really powerful question to leave our listeners with today.
Absolutely.
But until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep sharing your unique story with the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.